Did you know the world almost ended in 1962? Stick around. First up, the Cuban Missile Crisis. The Cuban Missile Crisis was a pivotal moment in the Cold War, a 13-day confrontation between the United States and the Soviet Union. It all began in October 1962, when American reconnaissance planes discovered Soviet ballistic missiles in Cuba. This discovery set off a chain of events that brought the world to the brink of nuclear war. In October 1962, the world held its breath during a 13-day standoff between the US and the Soviet Union. The discovery, Soviet ballistic missiles in Cuba. Tensions skyrocketed when a US U-2 spy plane snapped photos of these missile sites on October 14th. President Kennedy's response, forming a special committee called XCOM and announcing a naval blockade on October 22nd. This blockade was a bold move aimed at preventing further Soviet shipments of military equipment to Cuba. Things got hair-raising when Soviet ships approached the blockade on October 24th, and a US U-2 was shot down over Cuba on October 27th. The world watched in suspense as the two superpowers inched closer to the unthinkable: nuclear war. Back-channel negotiations between Kennedy and Khrushchev finally brought resolution on October 28th. The deal? Soviets dismantle their missiles, the US pledges not to invade Cuba, and secretly agrees to remove its missiles from Turkey. This crisis spurred nuclear disarmament efforts, including the 1963 nuclear test ban treaty. The Cuban Missile Crisis was a turning point in the Cold War, highlighting the dangers of nuclear brinkmanship and the importance of diplomacy. It also led to the establishment of a direct communication link between Washington and Moscow, known as the Hotline, to prevent such crises in the future. From the brink of nuclear war, this event reminds us of the unpredictable twists in history. The Cuban Missile Crisis underscores the fragility of human existence and the impact of individual actions on the course of history. The Cuban Missile Crisis showed us the importance of diplomacy and the need for open communication between nations. It was a moment when the world came perilously close to disaster, but ultimately cooler heads prevailed and a peaceful resolution was reached. And there you have it, one incredible journey through time. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating historical insights.